Hi guys, Steve here, stevesuggests.com. Today I'm in my kitchen. The reason for that is that this is still the times of COVID and we're in lockdown in New Zealand, although you might be able to hear some noise in the background, so you might not believe we're in lockdown. But that's what happens when you get neighbours. Anyway, trying to get on to the point of the video, or what the video is about, is in New Zealand under lockdown there's no food delivery. So there's no ringing up or ordering online and having somebody drop food off to you. Not that that's something that I've done in New Zealand anyway, because it's horrendously expensive and they rip off the restaurant, but what I'm doing here is I would like to have some Thai food. Can't go to my favourite Thai restaurant or even go and try a different Thai restaurant. So I'm going to be cooking Larb Gai, chicken larb if you prefer it in English. And what I'm going to do today is attempt to do this larb in a manner with the minimum of fuss, the minimum of faffing around. I actually don't like being in the kitchen, so the shorter the time I can be in the kitchen, the quicker I can get what I want, the better. So at the end of it, I will be telling you whether I believe that I've cooked a good meal or a bad meal, whether the taste was right. Some of the ingredients, they're not going to be able to be an exact match, but let's see what I can do, and there'll be the recipe and all that sort of thing, and you'll be able to see what goes on and whether it's a complete disaster or whatever. It'll be posted on the internet for you to have a look. You'll be able to have a look, go back to it on YouTube and laugh yourself silly if it's a complete mess, or you may want to go back and grab the recipe to have a go at it yourself. So with that, let's move on, and we'll get to look at the ingredients. So guys, this is it. This is the chicken, which you can see was purchased on special. These are limes. I know they're yellow. Apparently it's still lime season in New Zealand. This is 23rd of August as I film this, and it's lime season in New Zealand all the way through until September. So why they're not green, I don't know, because we don't have the colour lime yellow, we have the colour lime green. Here's my red onion, and there's fish sauce. So as I said, we're under lockdown here, and these are the nuts I'm going to use, and the reason for that is because the bins where you normally get these things, because we're obviously going to contaminate everything because we've all got COVID, you're unable to use them. So this is the chili that was in the recipe, and this is coriander, lemongrass, and there's one more thing I'd forgotten to get out. And in here I got some mint leaves which I got from my mother's garden. So those are the ingredients. As I said, these are the things that I'm intending to use that will stop me having to, what I would call, faff around and go to a lot of fuss in the kitchen. So here's one of these limes. First thing I've got to do is I've got to start with the rind of one lime. So I'm hopefully going to get that from this, something I've never tried before. Jesus, it's not looking very encouraging. First cock up, or maybe it's all right. Unless there's someone who's got a bright idea, could tell me in the comments of where I can buy something like this, whether you can buy the skin, the lime skin or rind or whatever you want to call it, and then you'll save me going through all this. Okay, so in true as seen on TV style, we've jumped ahead. There's my sort of like half what's it things, and we need the juice from this to go into the other dish later. So you can see my theory or my reasoning for not being too rough on the skin was to ensure that I was able to get some juice. Because we're under lockdown, there's a few things selling out at the supermarket and stuff like that. There were only 3 limes, and this recipe that I'm sort of looking at says that you can use 2 to 3 limes. I felt like wouldn't mind buying the 3 to make sure I've got enough, but you know, they're asking us to be kind. Comrade Cindy, that's what the Prime Minister likes to be called if you're not from New Zealand. Good old Comrade Cindy. Got us all under control. So we're being kind by not buying the last one, and I left it for somebody else. Okay, so look at this, I'm even measuring. So we're going to have this is a half cup measure. It's going to put me to a lot of bloody washing up for someone who doesn't like faffing around. Never mind. I don't have a dishwasher, unfortunately. So that's the peanuts measured. I'm supposed to chop them. Can you imagine that? How the hell do you... Unbelievable. Okay. I can't believe this. Surely not. Oh my god. Okay, that's the end of that. There will not be chopped peanuts. The peanuts are going in my larb hole. That's the way it is. Red onion. Half a red onion, you bastard. Okay, no blood. Okay. I said it might be eventful. Oh shit. I should have cut that bloody shitty bit off first, shouldn't I? Never mind. Never mind. So we're gonna take all this crap off, and in theory, it is going to be finely diced. I don't know about that. I'll do what I can. Oh my god, it's falling apart. Is that because I got a shit knife? Oh bollocks. Shit. Okay. So this is obviously not the classic way, and this is beginning to be very much like stuffing around. What I normally use, because I hate fiddling around with onions and stuff like that, because like I said, I'm not a person who cooks because he likes it. I cook because I have to. I use, you can buy crushed garlic, and I'm quite happy using that as a substitute. I mean, I know I'm using a red onion here because I suppose, Jesus, it's not going to look very authentic, is it? The idea of the red onion is it's colour, isn't it? It's the colour that goes into the bloody thing. Jesus, fucking... Okay, worry about that later. So on top of the dishes that I'm bloody making, I'm going to have to clean the floor as well now. Unbelievable. Okay, that's if you come to my place and you ask me to dice an onion, that is a diced onion. Right, so here we are, guys. Ready to put the mince in. Those observant people would have seen that the date, if you did manage to see the date, that it was the best before May. It's been in the freezer, so hopefully it's going to be all right. This is all going to be for me, so the only person at risk is me, nobody else. So never cooked chicken mince before, so I don't really know how this is going to go. And we're off to a great start. I didn't get the oil hot enough. Fantastic. Never mind. Oh, probably I did it on purpose so I could break the mince up. But I would suggest that we are going to skip ahead here, and that we're not going to be watching all this. So very likely to be a cut round about now. Okay, I think I can start adding some of these other bits. So using this paste stuff, this is my lemongrass. Unbelievable. You got these stupid things on. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. Now these little things, it says that you can only keep them for 4 weeks, or should be used after used up from 4 weeks. One, bloody hell, there's not going to be a lot to leave. So that's one of them. Lemongrass done. Coriander, coriander. Another one of these bloody. Of course there would be, wouldn't there? And it's only one coriander. Okay, now I'm going to do the chili. Come on. Probably would be better off with my glasses on here, but here we go. Okay, and we do one of chili. Now, the thing is that there appear to be chili seeds in there, and other recipes have said DC, and it's supposed to be a hot chili. What do you reckon? Okay, I'm going to I'm going to leave that as it is. I don't think it's going to turn out as hot as I would like, but that's the way it goes sometimes, isn't it? I think it's going to look a bit odd too, but oh well. We'll see what we get. Smells a bit odd. That clip, I'll just turn in my rice on. It looks very much like this is going to be ready before my rice is cooked. Now, they said to keep this going for 2 minutes. I didn't check the time when I started it. Well, I'm quite surprised by this. This is very fast cooking. I did not expect it to be as quick as this. Right. thought I'd forgotten the onions, didn't you? Bang the onions in now. Let's mix those up. It would have been better if they were smaller. I admit that, but I don't like all this messing around. I like eating good food, but I just can't be bothered. You know, it's like if I can get a really good Thai meal at a restaurant here at a an okay price. It's never as cheap as it is in Thailand. And just for an idea, I have kept a record of what the cost of all these ingredients cost, so it is going to be possible to allow you to have a look and see whether you think I've got good value for money, whether I've wasted the ingredients by not preparing things as the suggestions were. And isn't that all a recipe is? Just a suggestion of how you go about making something? I scraped up what I could of that to get it off the the cheese grater was what I used. Like I say, given my attitude toward cooking, you shouldn't really be surprised that I don't have all the exact, utensils that are suggested for various bits and pieces. I'm an improviser, I suppose. Okay, so I want to make sure that doesn't burn. Oh God, I'll turn it down more. You can hear it crackling away. It doesn't sound... And hey, stop it. I'm using an electric oven. Don't have gas like they do in all the little roadside stalls where you'd buy this in Thailand, or in the little mum and pop cafes. Still a long way away from my rice being ready. It's a bit of a nuisance. Right, I'm going to do something which is not right as per the recipe, but I'm going to do it anyway. So I'm pouring in the lemon juice. And there's my peanuts that I didn't chop up. So it doesn't look like a classic Larb Gai, unfortunately. So visually, it hasn't got it. But there's the taste to come. We'll find out whether tasting, whether it tastes all right. I feel it probably could have done with more chili. But I've got this horrible habit. Well, I've definitely done it when I've been served a pad thai, of putting in too much chili, to the, you know, like to the point where all I'm tasting is chili. I've put too much chili in and it's taken away the good flavour of the meal that I've bought. So I'm going to kill the heat now. So that's just on residual, I suppose is what we call it. Shit. So there was a little shit there before because I forgot the fish sauce, and it's 1.5 of them. Oh my god, what a bugger. That was the fish sauce was supposed to go in at the same time as the chili, the coriander and the lemongrass. So oh my god, that smells a little bit more authentic now. So I'm gonna have to, I think I'm gonna let that cook a little bit longer. Oh, I've turned it off, haven't I? Bugger. And lastly, I got my mint leaves, which I've rinsed. So I haven't got a lot of them, but we'll put those in there and mix those in. So this is a meal that supposedly can be eaten cold, room temperature, whatever you want to call it. This is my evening meal tonight. I'm not going to wait for it to cool down. So, right, that's sort of stirred in, isn't it? Look at the size of the peanuts. God, what a mistake. Okay guys, so that's what it is. I'm eating it with rice. So let me tell you what it's like. So here it is. Try it. Let's try it on its own first. It's not spicy. It is not spicy enough. The peanuts would obviously be better if they weren't was big. Quite obvious when I'm biting into a peanut. Would I make it again? I don't know. It's not going to stop me going out for a larb or any Thai meal. maybe if I spent better time on the preparation, I'd have a better taste. Maybe if the fish sauce had been in at the correct time instead of towards the end. A stronger chili would have helped, but still, I mean, you know, I'll show you what it cost. I'll put up the, you know, a spreadsheet or something like that so you can see, and I'll convert it into Thai baht so you can see what it's cost in comparison to what you pay for a Thai meal, which is not a proper comparison because food is really good, really cheap in Thailand compared to what we can do here, or you know, in our homes, and especially in New Zealand. I feel New Zealand's horribly expensive. Anyway, I'm going to get on and finish this because I am hungry, and regardless of how it looks, it's all right. It'll do. Okay guys, that's it. Bye for now. Well, as you can see, I cleaned it all up. It was all right actually. Having been able to finish the whole thing, I could taste different flavours. That I could taste the lime juice in it, even the mint leaves. The peanuts were a bit overpowering when you got a peanut, because I guess the size of the peanut compared with everything else that it had around it, it wasn't the smart thing to do. But if I was going to have to chop up half a cup of peanuts, that was going to take me a lot more time than I was prepared to do. But hey, look, I'm prepared to do these videos as long as I've got something to do a video about. So to encourage me to keep doing things like this, if you could consider liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing the video, all those sorts of things, it just makes me think, okay, it is worth doing because somebody's looking at it. So try not to get into a ramble, but this time that's it. And whatever you're having, whether it be your own cooked larb or not, or whether you're in lockdown or not, and it's August 2021, so just putting the date stamp in there, so we're not obviously going to be in lockdown forever, but enjoy where you are, guys. Try and make the most of it by trying something like this. I haven't watched the other video back yet. It's not going to be perfect, and I'll stitch something together, I suppose. It will be edited, but if I can do it, you can do it. Cooking, that is. But then again, that might mean YouTube as well. Maybe you can do a better YouTube channel too. Right, this time really for sure. Bye bye, guys.